To be kind of a pastiche of Ginsberg's Howl was wonderful. I said to Mary, teacher, the Howl is a contemporary piece.
All right. The whole presentation was pretty simple. It was sort of like stream of consciousness passage from one of the characters, and then they would do a song, and then move on to the next person. And there were 6 of those.
He said 6 people.
No, it was 6 people.
How in the reading said I'm going to say 6 people, just like the main man, but no one doesn't have to drag.
In the stream of consciousness, it sounded like they were talking about whoever's standing next to their person. Like when Josh was trying to sing, after they say, then we put Joshua's head in the river and all that stuff. So it might have been like the character before or something like that.
And he switched genres of music.
Yeah, I like the versatility.
And so there were 6 different people, and I can't remember the names specifically, but there was leader,
Richard the leader, James the follower, the traveler,
Joshua the martyr,
Luther the Thinker.
Luther the thinker, and Cassius the dreamer. I get 3 of the names. I get Cassius, Luther, and Ulysses. I don't get Richard, James, and Joshua. Anybody?
James.
So,
You get like 3 days.
I get those 3. What? Well, I mean, I get why Luther, maybe Martin Luther, who reformed the Catholic Church, or didn't really reform, but tried to. Cassius was a conspirator in the death of Julius Caesar, so he's a dreamer. No, different Cassius? All right, well, maybe Cassius Clay. All right. Ulysses is from the Odyssey. Sounds traveling.
Do you want the names now?
No.
Yeah, anybody else? Richard, James, and Joshua.
well, I mean, I kind of
Well, Richard could be from the poem. That we
What?
read. Richard could be from the poem. Wasn't that it?
No.
Yeah.
Richard Clark.
Wait, that's yes or no?
I mean, that is a thing.
Yeah, well, it did sound like, the Allen Ginsberg.
Yes. Pastiche of
Sure.
Howl.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's third.
You played that coy too when we talked about it. But you also sounded like, I don't know if you saw it. It sounded just like that when we were talking about it. Yeah, that's good.
I feel like I got a lot more. I felt like while it was going on, I could understand the content behind it. Because sometimes after exhibitions, I have to think about it and connect things. But this, I don't know, I make connections the whole time because words would just be said and that would trigger something else, and I'd go off and maybe not get part of what he was saying. But it's just reconnecting with the whole character.
Is it okay if I read some of the passages that went missing? Okay, so the last verse, which is the one that you missed for the last song, goes, "The fighting gets hard and there's so much to do, but I'll be happy with a change for only 1 or 2. It's hard for me and just not to go insane, but someone's got to ease the pain." Just a second. And you guys can keep talking, but I'll have the other section just sort of...
Talk among yourself.
And it was in the passages that
Well, when he was putting on the different articles of books, he would kind of, I don't know, pick one hat and over here and a shirt and down the bottom. Because I noticed that there was a shirt and hat that matched on the chair, but he mixed them up with different.
I was just gonna say that I noticed in the passages, so the stories kind of followed it seemed different time periods, because at the beginning he was just kind of describing a mountaintop and just following the person, almost kind of but then later on there's all these things where the river and seemed like it was progressing through time.
Yeah, it's a 6-act thing, I guess, for America. So my guess would be that it would be the same version. But
Also, I'm just assuming that the order that Anthony's written is the same as the order of the 6 acts, are the same as the order of the characters. And the acts are the start, the growth, the adventure, the loss, the reconstruction, and the mind.
the reconstruction and the what?
The mind,
The mind.
which goes with Luther the thinker. So
And reconstruction being like the work hard part, how like people had to work almost mindlessly just to rebuild things.
I think the second half of that human consciousness passage. So I think it went through about, and we thought that this was out of character for him because of course he was a bit of a cutthroat villain. However, it all made a whole lot more sense when he said Cassius take this body and strip it clean, which was more his style, if you can call gruesome a style, but don't tell him I said that. So I did because I always did. I will work harder and all that. That was the philosophy we had, and I brought Josh into my home and shaved the meat off of him with my straight razor and fed it to the junkyard dogs because I didn't want any reminders sticking up my living room, but I kept the bones and the brain. And Luther came by and grabbed the ladder, but he didn't want the bones, so I figured I'd take them because of ivory or something. And me and James, what we did is we scooped them up and took half. He took half and I took half, and he sold his to Richard and I sold mine to Richard. But Richard gave them all to Ulysses, and Ulysses gave them right back to me and said, build something with them. And I said, what? And he said, use them to build something. They're pretty fucking sturdy, don't you think? And I thought that was disgusting, but I always did what Ulysses said or what Richard said, even though Richard never spoke to me directly, only through Ulysses. So I did what Ulysses said, which was build something with the bones. But I didn't know what, but it didn't matter because nothing mattered. If I didn't build something out of the bones, I was never going to get another job in the city again because I'd be unreliable. And then how would I get on the baseball team? I wouldn't, that's how, which is why I built the bones into a cage, because why not? I mean, what better than a cage? Everyone needs a cage because everyone has someone that they want to put inside of one. So that's what you missed.
Wow.
That's important.
Yeah.
That is the most important detail of the
That's like
entire
everything.
story.
Okay.
Yes, for sure.
I was upset.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, but you got it out, so that's what counts.
yeah. There's,
So that might
I mean, it's for me. I felt like that passage in particular was Orwellian with the "I will work harder" and just. But then I also got a Life in the Iron Mills type of vibe, and kind of a jungle vibe, and I don't know, almost everything we read in the last 2 months.
Aidan, were you trying to channel Dave's son a little bit? I thought of that immediately when you said you shaved down the body and just left the bones.
no.
I was thinking Richard Wright. That Invisible Man.
Oh, yeah. No, I was not trying to kid. But that makes sense. I'll read it to you. Well, I won't read the books, but I'll read the novels. It starts The Odyssey, Tale of Two Cities, The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, The Jungle, The Great Gatsby, Of Mice and Men, The Grapes of Wrath, The Tree Grows in Brooklyn, 1984, 9 Stories, Lolita, A Wrinkle in Time, The World According to God, Prayer for Omni, and The Hero Within by Carol Pearson.
Yeah, hero within.
On top of what? The whole thing? That's not a book, but that's Webster's New World Pocket Dictionary. I've also got the Constitution.
I think what I like most is the composite characters that you created out of it. The chronology isn't unit to unit what we learned necessarily. There's just this composite creation going on, and the characters take on a mind of their own in terms of your evolution of thought. And so I think that's the part that I found most entertaining.
It's kind of like different lenses for units, the muscle reform, and then you go back. I even agree on this. I think that not even that, but I feel like each character kind of was there's a part of each music instead of going back.
Yeah, well, I don't know if this is right or not. This is what I just got from it. I just
not the brunch one. Some of the other ones.
And so what you're saying is that the whole journey of America is the hero's journey.
Yeah.
And it's based, and you used a lot of the Jungian archetype motifs in that. Yeah, I used to use that book in a course where I taught that book, and it means a lot to me. So now that you've mentioned the book title, it all kind of,
That's the same. Now the archetype's there.
I get it so big. Yeah, it's wonderful what you did with that. Incredible.
Oh, that now it's all coming. Like,
Yeah.
into the orphan energy.
The wanderer.
The innocent. That's everything. That's the whole thing.
That's his 6 archetypes. Carl Jung, my hero.
It's the whole, oh my God, now all these characters make sense.
Yeah.
And their interactions with each other.
Yeah.
And how
The martyr.
the orphan clings to the warrior.
Yeah. It's fabulous what you did.
Do you want me to do that?
Yeah.
Yes. Do that now because
Oh my God, that just blew my
So the
mind.
first
Yes.
character we met
That's what blew
was
my
Richard.
mind.
Richard is he's called a leader because in a way he's a founder. The archetype I assigned to him was something that I called the patriot. I drew parallels
Yes.
from American archetypes to the literary archetypes as defined by Carl Jung and later Joseph Campbell and later Harold Pearson. So that was equivalent in some sense to the innocent. James, the follower, is an immigrant. He's equivalent to the orphan.
Yes. Perfect.
I know, it's
Say parfait, huh?
Ulysses.
Then we have Ulysses, a wanderer,
Wanderer.
a frontiersman.
Yeah.
Goes
Yeah,
back to
absolutely.
the altruist, Joshua, also
Yep.
the martyr.
Also the martyr.
And
Right.
also, I call him the sacrifice.
Yep.
Mine and the dreamer, I drew parallels to the warrior, and I called him the laborer. So I used different names in my description, so as not to give my thesis away. But yeah, he's industrialization. He's Joshua. Well, not just industrialization, but anyone who's ever worked to make something. Joshua is anyone who's ever given anything up, pretty much for the good of the whole, whether he wanted to or not. The traveler, I made to some extent the villain of the entire thing. Someone searching for a soul, which is the first line of this song, but he also he also tries to get what he wants at the expense of anyone else.
So that last one kind of embodies the shadow side of everything.
Yeah,
In a way. Yeah.
The last one is defined here as the magician.
Yes.
And I called him the thinker, and I think I called him in my thesis the reformer.
Well, yeah, the potential visionary.
Yeah.
Or
To make new things manifest is the magician, and is the thing that a magician does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's looking
Yeah.
for.
but it could create or destroy.
Yeah, it could be the dark side or the light side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that can be taken any way you want, because that's what reform is. So that specifically is just the unit of reform, of changing things. But everyone else spans the entire journey of America. That's why they're called archetypes, is because they appear again and again and again and again.
That's for
So
sure.
do you want a thesis? The story of America is the story of 6 characters, each one a hero and each one a necessity to its success. The patriot, the immigrant, the frontiersman, the sacrifice, the laborer, and the reformer. Do you want that again?
I mean, I'm familiar with it. Yes.
Because we didn't teach it. No, he read it on his own.
You offer this.
Yeah, yeah.
So, I'll strike and we can
That was amazing, your use of the archetypes. You have no idea how important that book has been in my life. So for you to do this with the archetypes, for me, it's like...
I'm playing like your whole exhibition back in my head now, going, obviously.
I want Mary to teach your howl
Yes.
with Ginsberg.
Okay.
I do. I really do.
That stream of consciousness is so like
Beautiful.
But it
Beautiful.
was Ginsberg, but it was also like Hoffman.
But it's contemporary in America.
I've never read As I Lay Dying, but I heard about it.
It's
And I read about it, and that each chapter is totally different perspective. So I said, okay.
Great.
Yes.
Good.
Oh my God.
It was fun to hear. I hadn't heard any of this, so
Well, of course, they always do.
They don't like to
yeah.
divulge to anybody, really.
That was brilliant.
It's brilliant.
Any parent wants to hear that. So.
You know, Ginsberg, then he writes his music and all
Well,
the
that's,
lyrics.
yeah, right? And then, exactly.
And then he sings it.
Yeah.
And in his low key kind of way in between, and then explodes in performance.
Which is so Howell, right?
Yeah, it's fabulous. Loved it.
Yeah.
He's doing amazing.
That's pulling, like, my mind is hurting right now because I'm
The
playing back every
archetypes.
character and going, well, of course. And then the way they interact with each other, and then, like, the way he wrote it in, how they interact with each other. And I was like, well, obviously, that's how they would interact.
That archetype book is very
It's
important.
everything.